New Cashapp method full tutorial. So for this Cashapp method, you guys are able to add funds using credit cards, and pretty much there's no limit on how many times you guys can do this. You guys can make 100K a month, 500K. You guys can scale it up over time. All right. So you will need a CPN with a credit score. So if you guys don't know what CPNs are, they're basically credit privacy numbers. It's another type of social security number people use to obtain credit cards and loans. It's basically almost the same thing as a social, right? But if you guys make it yourself, it counts as a CPN. If the government makes a CPN, it counts as a social security number. All right. So if you guys are born, the government makes the CPN and it's assigned to you. So that becomes a legal SSN. So it's pretty much the same thing. But as you grow older, these become aged, right? So that's pretty much what it is. Make sure it has a primary trade line. So you guys can add, credit card trade lines, add some credit builders. It will still count, There are some cheap credit builders out there. But if you guys want some high credit card approvals for this method, definitely get a CPN or add a trade line from any of these vendors. So Nation Credit Lines, they have CPN packages, so you guys could use the Cashapp method on this, or just add some primary trade lines on here. Okay. Trade line Rust is one of them as well. They have primary trade lines right here, all trade lines and stuff. So create a Gmail or use a Straight Talk phone for $30 with the monthly $35 plan. So you guys can get it anywhere, Target, Walmart, wherever place, store sells a phone, you guys can buy it. You can use an AT&T phone or Samsung, wherever you guys want. Edit your ID to match a CPN address or change the address. So it's better to have the CPN under your name because you guys can use your actual IDs. And then just edit it around, right? But if you guys don't have the CPN under your name, you guys will have to try to make one using a template. Most of the templates from the certain states, you guys can get for free online. Just Google, search it, Photoshop it. It's not that hard to find. Use the CPN number and fill out the verification process on Cashapp. Once you get verified, it is time to add the funds. So if you guys fail the process, that means you guys did something wrong with the process. Make sure the CPN has its credit score, okay? Make sure you guys do plenty of public records, like applying for store accounts, preferably around 50 to 100 accounts, okay? So you guys can apply for a credit card, discover it, anything except for American Express, because American Express is a lot harder. All right, especially if you guys only have 1-2 things on there. You guys can get approved for 5,000 to 10,000, but if you guys add something high, like 100K credit line, you guys can get way over $10,000 credit card approvals. The most you can get is up to 5 cards at a time, due to hard inquiries, of course. The more trade lines added, the higher the credit limits, obviously. Link a debit card and do an instant transfer. So once you guys get the cards in the mail, activate the card, you guys can add the card to the Cashapp, add the funds, and then once you guys have the funds, do the instant transfer by linking a debit card. You guys could do a bank transfer you want, but I don't recommend it. Or send it to any other Cashapps, or just split it up, And if you guys don't want to do the whole process, or if you guys messed up throughout the whole process, the best thing to do is just to buy one. Honestly, it's easier just to buy one, because if you guys messed up, you got to start over again, and it's a hassle, right? So they sell the CPN verified Cashapp accounts. So this CPN service is the same thing. Why I explained, right? You make a CPN under with the Cashapp account. and then you guys apply for a credit card, add the funds on there. But you can also apply for a loan and get the funds deposited through the Cash App account and routing number. So if you guys buy it from Tryline Privacy, you know, they actually already loaded the funds for you. So you guys can get up to 15K. But you guys can buy multiple accounts. There's no limit. So technically you could buy like 10 of these, for example, right? 10 of these would be like 2,500. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But that's pretty much the whole method. You gotta use a CPN because CPNs are made to obtain credit. And how do you cash out a credit card? You add it on Cash App. You can add it on PayPal. PayPal works the same for this method too. So either way, PayPal, Cash App will work. Venmo work too, but Venmo is kind of strict. So I would just stick with PayPal or Cash App. But for now, Cash App is a little better. So that's the full rundown of the method. I'll probably make a video series on new Cash App methods. But that will be it. And make sure y'all try out Tryline Privacy for the Cash App services.